welcome back to Faith and Arrow Homestead. My name is Jaylee. What?
That was an Audi R8.
Okay, that's my life. That's a good reflection of my life with this guy. Oh, look, a car. Oh, look. Anyway, hi. We are on our way to go look at a house. This one is unlike any house we have looked at so far. Couple things about it. First, it's 45 minutes away, and we just started driving, so we have 36 minutes left till we're there. That's a haul. For sure. Like, this one's out there. It's only 14 minutes away from my parents, though, so that's exciting. It's actually further than my parents. And it's a foreclosure. Very interesting. When we were looking at it this morning and we were talking about it, we were trying to figure out what had happened with it. And then when we contacted our realtor, come to find out, our realtor sold that house to the last people who purchased it and had a little bit of insight for us as to the people who bought it and perhaps what had happened, and had good things to say about the house, because you never know when they're foreclosures. It's bank owned, being sold as is. You never know what you're walking into. Also, this house was built in 1850, so it is 175 years old, which is very common for our area. There are a lot of historic houses that are very, very old like that. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad house if it's been upkept well. I will say, unfortunately, because I know many of you that follow this channel are into that. Like, you like old houses. It kind of goes along oftentimes with the whole homestead vibe. This house has, from what I could tell in the pictures, has very little of the original character left in it. The people who purchased it last purchased it to renovate it. I don't necessarily want to say flip it. I don't think they were planning on flipping it, were they? No, a family member was gonna, yeah. But they totally renovated the inside of it, which is good. It's updated, but also bad because it just looks like any other builder grade home that you'd see. So that's kind of lame. But he did say that he spoke with the agent that listed it and that there are some repairs that need to be done. It's been on the market over a month, which is promising for us because we keep getting outbid. So, you know, we are looking for that unique situation where the house is in good enough shape that there are no serious concerns, but that there's enough weirdness going on in the situation that not everybody's attracted to it. You know what I mean? So we are on our way to see it, and we'll show you guys around. So this property has been vacant for about a year now, so there's a lot of overgrowth. The fact that this front area is mowed is just because the bank came and mowed it. Nobody has been upkeeping this house, and actually they haven't even had the air conditioner turned on in this house. So it has definitely been neglected over the last year or so. Here you can see what I mean when I said that all of the character has been taken out of this house. It's all just builder grade trim and just basic doors. What's in here?
It has a bathroom, so this must be like a bedroom.
Oh, this must be like the main bedroom?
Main bedroom, because it has its own bathroom.
I like how there's the two closets. Oh wait,
Well,
three
like,
closets.
There's a closet here. Where are you going to put the bed? I guess right there.
Yeah. We were saying we would have taken out those first two closets and put the bed there. There was really no other layout that would work in this room.
Oh, so not at all.
No, this is the piece of inside of it. So because the thing is having underwear things, so I pulled over.
Tom, come here.
What happened? Oh, there's the basement.
The entrance to the basement.
Through the bedroom, and there's one outside too.
Definitely a rock basement.
That is so funny.
Rock basement.
Okay, I'm
Look
on.
at Danny, Mommy, Jessica. Nick. Careful.
Okay, we gotta get down here, but there's gonna be spiders.
Oh, there's going to be a ton of them.
Big ones.
What are you gonna say that to me for?
Why don't we go outside?
We can go outside. I'll go
Because yeah, they have their. That's cleaning this up would be a lot of work.
And you can tell, like, I don't.
Thank you.
It's been vacant for a long time too, because like there's clearly like moisture building up, since the floors are starting to kind of like buckle and ripple and stuff.
Yeah, I see that right there. Yeah.
Same thing with like the register at the top there, it's starting to rust out because it's just been damp.
Ooh. So what he was just saying is that because this has been vacant for so long and they did not turn the air conditioner on, there's been a lot of humidity buildup in this house. So the floor where they put this crappy fake tile floor, it is coming away and buckling all over the place. And actually even the vents, the air conditioning and the heat vents are rusted because of the moisture buildup. I was concerned about mold, but he said that if there was going to be mold, we'd have seen it. But we did put in the offer that we would want an inspection, just an informational inspection. The property's being sold as is. The bank's not going to do anything, but at least we'd know. So if you're hearing that, don't worry. We would definitely investigate that first.
This is wild.
This is still the same. Oh, it smells so bad.
It smells like pure dog.
Oh my gosh, it smells so bad.
It smells like pets to me.
So the people who owned this house last were running a kennel business, but they were also doing like a backyard breeding situation. I've spoken with some people who actually locally knew them and knew what they were doing, and it was not a great situation. I think the fact that the garage is set up to be a kennel is really cool. I could actually see that being something that I could do that as like a little side business or something like that. Tom didn't love it. He was saying he'd want to tear it out. I just would need to think and pray about it and see if that would be a path meant for me. Thank you for sacrificing yourself.
They poured the concrete down here, so that's nice.
Oh, it smells musty though.
It is. There was supposed to be a dehumidifier. There's even a small sump pump in the corner. Cool. Alright. Newer furnace, if I remember correctly.
Pork bench down here.
Some electrical outlets are down here too.
A whole lot of bones.
Bones?
Yummy.
That's disgusting. So obviously this basement looks a little rough, right? But I mean, for being 175 years old, we actually thought it looked okay. It didn't look like there was anything immediately concerning or that it was going to fall down or anything. And actually we realized that such a small portion of the house actually even had a basement. The rest of it was just this crawl space. Okay, now let's venture into this giant barn. This was a huge draw to the property for us. So when you walk in, there's this first area. We agreed that we would use this for storage because we don't have a basement. So this is where I'd put all of those Christmas totes that I mentioned in my last video, my last house video. And then there's still an area over here for Tom if he wants like overflow, like garage storage or whatever. But then this was the main attraction. So right in the middle here, they finished out a section of this barn to be totally temperature controlled, insulated garage. So it has, actually it's really bougie. It's got obviously electricity, as you can see. It's got a hookup for heat. They at one point had a wood burning stove. The floor is heated. It has radiant heat flew throughout the floor. It's got a drain and it's got running water. I mean, that garage is really nice and Tom really liked it. Here you can see that this is where the radiant flooring was hooked up, but unfortunately the old owners jacked the heater and probably sold it. Okay, well this is a nice little cow area.
Well, there's a pen for that.
That's for the chickens.
That's pretty cheap.
Yeah, this works. I can milk my cow in here. Can have my chickens.
You literally build fencing right off the back of it.
If I walk into one more spider web, I'm gonna freak out. Yep. It is pretty. And it's quiet. So right now I'm just really trying to figure out what I would even do, because so right, that door goes into what I would turn into the mudroom right off of the kitchen. Okay, so we've got a shed here, and then some of it is included here, but most of it is pretty much all the land is back here. So I'm thinking I would want garden right off the kitchen. And those are apple trees. They are included in this parcel. So I'm thinking I would want to do garden right here and orchard in some capacity. And then the barn has a bay door in the back, and I would probably milk in there. So I would want the cow to be here-ish. And it goes all the way back. This property goes all the way back to the corn. The corn back there is where it ends. So I'm just trying to pick. It's hard because it's so overgrown. I'm just trying to picture it. I'm trying to picture what I would do. This all needs to get mowed down. It'd be so much easier to visualize. I'm not really good at that. I need to be able to like see it. This could be nice though. This whole area here could be, turned into like a nice patio. Or like back deck maybe, I don't know. Could be nice. All right, it is raining, so hopefully you can hear me okay. That was so interesting. Our poor realtor, he was so sad. He was like, this used to be such a nice property when he listed it the first time. He was like, it was well maintained, recently renovated, just absolutely gorgeous. And the people who bought it from his clients absolutely trashed it and then foreclosed on it and sold everything that they could possibly sell on the way out. The big thing that I want to note in this video is that I was having such bad vibes as we were walking around, and I was like, is this the Holy Spirit? Like, why am I feeling this way? And I learned something about myself. I feed off of the energy of the sellers, and I did not realize that I did that until today. And when we were walking around, some of the things that we were seeing were just like literally giving me such bad ick vibes. You could, so to back up, the people who were living there last that foreclosed on it were doing like a backyard breeding situation. Not good. And so one of the bedrooms, well, you saw in the video, had the drywall all eaten out and everything. They were like just locking them in there. It smelled of urine so bad in that entire house. There were dead animals in the house, animal bones that we were finding. It was so sad. So there was definitely abuse and neglect going on in there, and it was so dirty and nasty. Definitely a lot of cleaning that needs to happen. And yeah, I was getting bad vibes. I don't necessarily think now that I was getting bad vibes because like the Holy Spirit was warning me of anything. I think it was just, yeah, sadness. Like, our realtor said it perfectly. He said, there's not been love in this house the last few years. And I was like, that's exactly what I'm feeling, that lack of love and the energy from the neglect. So that was really sad. However, although there were a few things, like the house is missing some siding that needs to be replaced. One corner of the foundation was crumbling a little bit. That portion of the house doesn't have basement, so I actually think it would be pretty easy to repair. The roof is going to need a little bit of repair. So there were some things. Obviously, the drywall needs to be replaced. It needs to be majorly cleaned, yada, yada. But it actually overall wasn't in terrible shape. So I think we're going to put in an offer. You guys know I don't like to give out numbers, so I'm not going to say. But basically, it's going to be a cash offer, and it's going to be a real low offer. And the amount that we're going to offer is what we have in the bank. And so if they accept it, the bank, because it's bank owned, we would be mortgage free. And we agreed that there's a whole lot that we could put up with if we were mortgage free. And so, yeah, it would need some work over time. It would actually be pretty easy to get it to where we could live in it though. So that's what we're gonna do. Our realtor, we ran that idea by him. He said we should go for it because you never know. And he said that likely what's gonna happen in this situation is they're gonna get our offer and then they're gonna sit on it for a while to see if they get anything else. And if they don't get anything else for a while, then they will reluctantly and unhappily accept our offer because they just want to offload it. They don't want to keep paying for it. So if nobody else puts any offers in on it more than the one we're going to put in, then we could potentially end up owning it and be mortgage free, which would be amazing. So yeah, is there anything else that I should mention?
I don't think so.
It was far away. I do not love that they're farming right up to the edge of the property. So we would definitely have to plant some trees to help with drift. I was actually saying that I'd like to buy that someday. Like if the farmer is older, maybe we could tell him, hey, if you ever want to sell that, keep us in mind. We'd love to buy it. That'd be cool.
There's like a little silo in the middle of it.
Yeah. Yeah. I bet
And it's the only thing that's there.
I bet the people who owned the house that we're talking about at one point did own that land. I bet. But, yeah, so I'm not sure if there's going to be an update on this one. We are going to put the offer in on it, but we might not hear for months. We might not hear till after the winter time. I don't know. So, don't know how quickly I'll be able to get you an update on this, but it was very interesting. So, we'll see what is meant to happen here.